radioactive crystal? An infinite energy source? An alien parasite? God? Chernobylite gave us free energy, teleportation, human augmentation, but also massive unemployment. We became actors, playing parts assigned by those controlling the green crystals. Even former thugs like me need to fit in to survive. Is such a life, Chernobylite life, worth living?
One message received from Megan Gray. You may view and respond to it at any time on your smart display.
Oi, love. Know you're busy, so I'll keep it short. Hey, best of luck on your first day at work. Dress sharp, make a good impression, and remember, whatever happens, this blasted Chernobylite won't be the end of us. Little princess adores you. I love you too. We'll get through this together. Stay strong.
End of message. Would you like to leave a reply?
Coming up next, April 26th marks another anniversary of the Chernobyl disaster. On that day, 38 years ago, the world has suffered from one of the most catastrophic nuclear accidents in history. The explosion at the power plant near the city of Pripyat tore up the reactor vessel and released radioactive material into the atmosphere. The nuclear fallout reached far, poisoning Ukraine and neighboring countries. More about the Chernobyl disaster and its consequences for the future after the commercial break. Stay tuned.
The portal has been calibrated for the trip. Please use it to commence your training in the Kozlov's Training Center.
Welcome to NA's training ground. Identify yourself, recruit. State your age, previous occupation, residency and marital status.
I'm 38. I'm worked as a security consultant in London. My current residency is in Kiev. I'm married with a child and... Look, is this really necessary? Surely you know all that already.
No sweat, Grey. It's just for the red tape. Bureaucrats, right?
Right. What's next in my schedule?
Sergeant Koslov is supervising training on the central square. He's going to tell you what's what. I appreciate you putting on the full hazmat suit, but feel free to take off the helmet now. It's safe around here. Now go find Sergeant Koslov. Good luck.
They'll hire just about anyone these days.
Cole Gray, right? I'm Sergeant Gleb Kozlov. Been waiting for you. Congratulations on your new job. I'm impressed. You were in the top 3 on the list of candidates for the Planewalker program. Cocky bastard, aren't you, Gray? I don't have a problem with that, as long as you deliver. Kozlov's training center is supposed to prepare you physically and mentally for the role of Planewalker before medical procedures turn you into one. But since we still have some time, do you have any questions, Gray? I'm your superior, but as Planewalkers, we're all equal here. Feel free to ask. Want to know what's the worst that can happen to you? Listen, the missions are simple for the men like you or me. You jump to a parallel universe, make a deal with the locals, or put them in their place. If they don't want to cooperate, that is. Sometimes you'll need to dispose of a few wretched souls corrupted by Chernobylite. That's why combat training is important.
Corrupted by Chernobylite? In what way?
Not entirely clear. Chernobylite influence can sometimes cause people to lose their mind. Quite literally. You know how it is, Gray. Red tape, NDAs, corporate liability. But you don't need to worry about that right now. Moving on, once you've located a suitable sample of Chernobylite crystal, your FMC will evaluate it, and the harvester does the rest. It has all the Chernobylite mining equipment required to collect the green gold. We load what we can and get the hell out, back to our home dimension.
I know nothing about parallel universes and all that malarkey.
You don't need to. We leave the scientific shit to the brainiacs. In a nutshell, the Chernobyl disaster gave birth to an endless number of parallel worlds. Their timelines are different than ours. People there are usually unaware of Chernobylite's power, or they were already killed or corrupted by it. But the reclamation missions provide access to an unlimited source of Chernobylite. Thanks to our job, this world can flourish. Gray, I've been supervising those missions for years. There are risks, but you should be fine as long as you stick to procedures.
That's not what I asked. I need to secure my family's future. I have a daughter.
When you have fulfilled your contract, there'll be more money in your account than you've ever seen in your entire life. But if something happens to you, rest assured your family will be taken care of. After my uncle, he's the boss here. You must think that I got this job effortlessly because of him.
I didn't say that.
You didn't, but that's actually true. I was one of the first people ever genetically modified into planewalkers. There was a risk I wouldn't survive the process or the first mission.
But here you are. Your gamble paid off.
Good. It's time for you to familiarize yourself with different fighting techniques and choose which one suits you best.
Well, can I use them all?
As you were told during the recruitment process, there are a few classes of planewalkers, like Eliminators, strong and skilled in melee combat. Emissaries, agile, fast, and dodgy types, with a good eye and shooter's stable arm. Or scientists, who use their intellect and knowledge. They're trained to use Chernobylite-modified advanced weapons. You are here to train and eventually decide what class you want the genetic modifications to turn you into. Splendid. Our medical unit will take care of your transmutation. Ugly thing. But we all have to get through it. But before that, you need to decide if you feel better as an eliminator, emissary, or a scientist. Or maybe you want something in between? This is important, because the MAT team will make sure that the genetic modification target the skills specific for your preferred class.
You said it only happens once, so the decisions will be final.
Usually, no. However, a handful of the planewalkers experience an unusual phenomenon where they were able to connect with their counterparts from another dimension, gaining their skills. The phenomenon remains largely unexplained. We still try to learn what makes them do that. If I were you, I'd make the decision wisely anyway. Our trainers are here to show you the ropes. Get back to me when you decide what kind of planewalker you want to be. Are you ready for the final stage of becoming a planewalker? Splendid. Our medical unit will take care of your transmutation. Ugly thing. But we all have to get through it. But before that, you need to decide if you feel better as an eliminator, emissary, or a scientist. Or maybe you want something in between? This is important, because the MAT team will make sure that the genetic modification target the skills specific for your preferred class.
You said it only happens once, so the decisions will be final.
Usually, no. However, a handful of the planewalkers experience an unusual phenomenon where they were able to connect with their counterparts from another dimension, gaining their skills. The phenomenon remains largely unexplained. We still try to learn what makes them do that. If I were you, I'd make the decision wisely anyway. Brilliant! Welcome to the ranks of elite warriors. I have no doubt you'll accomplish incredible things.
What? What the fuck? Hello?
That's it, Mr. Black. Relax. Breathe. You're back with us. Minor confusion is expected.
Black? I think you're mistaken me with someone else.
You put a team together, you train them up, teach them everything they need to know. Already in place. And then you quit. Excuse me? You quit. When I leave here today, I don't want to see you again. I don't want to even hear your name. My father's technology will progress under my guidance, but you will have absolutely nothing to do with it.
It's so much more than Pandora. It allows us to step into the realm of human memories and thoughts. Into the real world. Ariadna can recreate this echo in a fractal VR simulation. There's nothing outlandish about it.
Look, I get it. I do. It's your life's work. But just think about it. For Ariadna to work, you need a power source that doesn't exist yet. Perhaps one that cannot be found on Earth.
They want to know precisely what to expect. New types of weapons, medicine, a new means of transportation.
All of the above and more. You can tell your precious investors that the millions they're pouring into our project will come back to them as billions.
What is Chernobylite?
I am God.
Chernobylite. I almost stopped noticing this strange sensation running through my veins. Almost.
Warning. There's an 85% chance of confrontation with Chernobylite corrupted, feral humanoids.
I bet I'd see it glow green if I opened up my veins. A source of unimaginable strength. My burden. My salvation. I've been travelling through parallel worlds for 6 months now. It's been surreal. God, it hurts! I killed people. At least I think they were people. There was something off about them. Twisted faces. Bared teeth. They didn't feel real. I still don't know what Chernobylite is, how it affects everything, and how it affects me. Sometimes not knowing is bliss. I can still feel myself. I just have to hold on to that for a little longer.
Chernobylite deposits are suitable for extraction. Sending the data to harvester.
Greg, I need to hear your report. I've reviewed the scan, Gray. Solid data, but I'd like to know your own assessment. But is it still safe enough to mine?
I think so. A few kilometers from here, you should find a suitable landing spot.
I trust your gut, Cole. Good job, as always. Anyway, your work here is done. Get your ass back to the harvester. I've got some more things I'd like to discuss with you.
The answers to all the burning questions were at my fingertips, whether I wanted to know or not.
You lost your job and our home all because of some cussed green crystal! Just a bloody battery! And now you've gone and turned into it yourself? Giving up your humanity?
Is this what you call protecting us?
You're confused, my boy. Disturbed. The Chernobylite is messing with your head. But I can help you.
Just let me go. I've suffered long enough.
Welcome on board the Harvester, Planewalker Coldbray. Take your time to settle in. Once you're ready, Sergeant Kozlov would like a word.
Nice of you to have joined us, Gray. Enjoy the peace and quiet, brother. Next jump's coming sooner than you think.
A special address from the NAR director, Professor Semenov, will begin shortly.
Planewalkers, we will soon begin a reclamation of a brand new Chernobylite world. Get ready for another... Wait, what's going on? That's impossible. This shouldn't have happened. Perhaps we can still salvage the situation.
All crew of the Harvester proceed immediately to evacuation pods. This is not a drill.
Over here, Gray. Quickly.
What the hell is going on? Are we under attack?
Thank God you're here, Cole. My escape pod. I need to...
Calm down, Kozlov. Breathe in and breathe out. Again. Good. Feeling better?
I got hit with some shrapnel. Do you have any healing serum on you? Thank you. You seem to know what you're talking about. Now, go to the escape pod. I got this. When you land, try to find others. And locate Semenov if you can. He'll know what to do. Go! What are you waiting for?
Was it all for nothing? Have I sold my body and soul, only to die on some distant plane? One thing I know. I see my family again. Even if I have to rise from the dead.
Malfunction. Backup power fail. Manual override fail. vitals critical, inducing hypersleep to maintain essential life functions. Hypersleep cycle completed.
Planewalker's waking up. Get your freaking tools, Luca. We're going to get them out.
This doesn't look good. We're out of time.
Igor said the cloaking should last at least half an hour. We're good.
Okay, this power hammer is top of the line. It will do the job. Oh, shit. We've got to run.
Emergency life support system off. Vitals are holding steady. The surrounding environment is not safe. Vacate it immediately and seek shelter. Predatory biological entities detected. Remain vigilant.
This piece of junk is slowing you down. Leave it.
No, it cost me 2 bottles of a very good moonshine.
Oh,
God damn you and your escapades, Sonya. What about your deal with the old man?
We tried. The rest is up to him. Now run before the Chernobylite fallout catches up with us.
Is anyone there? Show yourself! I promise not to faint. Good evening, stranger. The fact that you haven't attacked me on sight is a promising start to this conversation. Statistically speaking, 50% of murder victims in the zone die because of their valuables, or meat.
Did you say meat?
Yes, meat. About 70% of water, 20% proteins, 7% fat. The rest are carbohydrates, minerals, and vitamins. Very nourishing. However, consuming it is considered a social taboo in most civilized societies. Hence it's, well, not on my menu. I'm Leonid, by the way. And who are you, stranger?
I'm Cole Gray. What are you doing here exactly?
I was on my way to see someone and got attacked by some brutes. Took refuge in this old warehouse. The barricade behind me should sustain at least 500 kilograms of pressure. It's safe for now. Mutants like me who became corrupted and turned into a horde of violent and mostly mindless thugs.
Corrupted by Chernobylite?
What else? The green treasure has become our curse. Of course, I mean it in a figurative sense. Curses aren't real. I'm on an important mission. I'm trying to recover a blueprint that will allow me to create a cure for Chernobylite poisoning. Affirmative. There's a 99.9% probability that we both want to meet the same person. The medical blueprint I need is hidden somewhere in Igor's base. Since you're headed that way, can you get the blueprint and bring it to me? Your emotional outburst stems from a highly impractical assumption about morality. On a more practical note, you need my help to get past the blockade.
Right. So, what's the plan?
I stashed some means for personal defense in one of the crates behind you. I won't be needing them after all, but they'll increase your chances of survival. Here's the key. Retrieve them and come back to me. We can achieve great things together. It's not wishful thinking, it's a statistically sound hypothesis. I hope the content of that crate will help to turn the tide of any future battles in your favor.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. Am I seeing things, or did you just remove the barricade with your bare hands?
Oh, yes. Mutants have certain powers, and mine just happens to be strong arms, hands, and back. Do you have any more questions before springing into action? I pity them. They've been corrupted by Chernobylite. Chernobylite is enhancing their strength and resilience beyond that of average humans, but it's also gradually deteriorating their brains.
Deteriorating? How exactly?
Depends on many factors and individual treatment histories. Some are just sociopaths that can't even be reasoned with. Others are basically pissed off troglodytes.
What about the ones who chased you down here? Sociopaths or troglodytes?
Troglodytes, most definitely. Not much. He's very secretive. Only a very limited number of people in the zone are in contact with him. But I do know for certain that Igor is a very accomplished scientist in the field of Chernobylite research.
Have you talked to him?
I tried. My peculiar psychic construct makes me very bad at interacting with others.
You'll do just fine.
Do I? I can't tell. Either way, Igor told me to, and I quote, take a hike when I approached him about the medical blueprint. Now you see why you're my last hope, Cole Gray. A mist. Where did you see it?
Oh, a couple of clicks away. Do you know what it was?
I don't have sufficient data to tell you what it was, but just enough to advise you to avoid it at all costs. Nobody who encountered it lived to tell the tale. We call it Chernobylite fallout. As far as you're concerned, there's only one rule when you see it. Run! When you get to the outpost, try to find a moment to sneak to Igor's lab. Reason dictates that the formula would be there. Oh, and watch out for the brutes outside. They may be mad, but what they lack in brains, they make up for in brute strength.
I see. Wish me luck then.
Wishing someone luck won't necessarily increase their odds of success, but then again, it might lift their spirits. So, good luck, Cole.
Come inside, Planewalker. Make yourself at home. I'm sure you've got many questions, Planewalker, but they need to wait.
You must be the mysterious Igor. I'm Cole. Cole Grey.
Pleasantries can wait as well. We only have a couple of minutes before it catches up with you.
What catches up with me?
On Lenin's beard. Maybe you're not as sharp as I hoped you'd be.
You brought me here, so cut the crap.
Fine. I will allow some questions, but make them brief. I want to offer you shelter and some guidance. Help you find other planewalkers if they're still alive. And get you back to your world. It won't happen until we figure out how to bring down the dome that turned the zone into one big prison. And you will help me with that. But we've wasted enough time. We need to make sure that this place is secure.
That doesn't sound good. Enemy at the gate?
Quickly. There are some old turrets outside. Make yourself useful and see if they can be restarted. Take those batteries. Once you're done with the turrets, activate the Chernobylite disruptor.
Restore power to turrets, run the disruptor. Got it. Anything else?
You have to keep the entities at bay while I maintain the electrical grid. If the lights go out, we're done for. You'll be on your own, but you can do it. Go, now. Finished with the first turret. Good. See if you can bring the others online. Remember, to run the disruptor when you're ready for the fight. When the device warms up, it'll close the breach. This warehouse, it belonged to someone who played an important role in my life. It's yours now.
That's mighty generous of you. But what am I supposed to do in an old warehouse?
You need a place to stay and plan your next course of action. Turn it into your safe house. You're smart and handy enough.
And you won't mind me taking up your space?
I've got more than one outpost. Besides, I'll stick around to keep an eye on things. Welcome to your new home, Planewalker. I suppose we've got some time on our hands. Ask questions, if you have them. It's going to be a very complicated process, and we can't do it alone. We'll need help from certain people. Some of them tolerate me, some of them hate me. It might be hard to secure their backing either way.
Maybe they'll like me better than you. I was told people respond well to my sunny disposition.
You'll get your chance to shine, all right. There'll be problems to solve, monsters to slay, and people to win over. It's been 9 months since your ship crashed, Cole. It won't be easy, but I'll do my best. I'll contact some key people that could be of assistance to you.
The sooner you do it, the better.
I imagine you would love nothing more than to storm out of here and go looking for your pals. But you need to be patient. My life's ancient history from your perspective. I won't be getting into it now. Maybe some other time. What you need to know is that we're similar in some respect. Years ago, I underwent a CRISPR treatment. Precise changes to my DNA. Genome editing. In any case, it was a while ago, and I expect NAR in your world has perfected this technology. Still, the same principle applies. Target the exact genes you want, and then modify them with Chernobylite. I used to be a great proponent of this technology and the creation of Chernobylite humans that would be equal to gods. Not anymore.
And what changed?
I lost someone very dear to me, and it opened my eyes. We're no gods, my Planewalker friend. Only freaks of nature. Well, spit it out then.
There was some kind of a mist. But I also noticed some weird shapes.
You're talking about the Chernobylite fallout. I still don't know much about it, but I do know this. Stay the fuck away from this mist if you value your life. Start by taking a look around. This base is old. You'll need to consider upgrading it. There's space for extra rooms, if you're down for some demolition work.
Extra rooms? What for?
Anything that'll make your life here easier. For example, you'll need to build a healing device at some stage. But for now, let me walk you through the base expansion process.
The files contain information on a cancelled research of a substance codenamed Reset 2.1.
Cole Gray, how did it go? Are you in position to send me the data? This is good news. Thanks to you, I can now start reverse engineering the formula.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I have a degree in pharmaceutical chemistry, but the task ahead still feels daunting, and I still need to figure out how to pay volunteers who'll get tested.
Sounds like you got a lot on your plate. Well, good luck then.
I'm in the middle of something. Later. I'm in the middle of something. Later. Come back here. I want to show you something. This warehouse. It belonged to someone who played an important role in my life. It's yours now.
That's mighty generous of you. But what am I supposed to do with an old warehouse?
You need a place, turn it into...
You won't mind?
I suppose we've got some... Start by taking a look around. This space...
Extra rooms?
Anything that... for now... And are you satisfied with the base layout so far?
Well, it's not that bad. Just needs a little shaping.
While you were playing Bob the Builder, I sent word about your arrival to certain key people. I'm yet to hear from them and figure out our next steps. For now, you can relax, manage the base further, or go to sleep. Or if you learn something today, you can turn your experience into some useful skills. What do you need from me, Planewalker? do you need from me, Planewalker?
Have you heard from any of your contacts yet?
And good morning to you, Cole. You're in luck. They all really look forward to meeting you.
Who are those people?
We're talking about the heirs of Harlan Lockwood. A man whose company purchased the sole right for setting a business inside the exclusion zone.
What kind of business?
In this reality, NAR, your employer, went bust. The Lockwoods acquired the scraps.
Chernobylite research.
Chernobylite-based medicine, to be precise. The Lockwoods are the movers and shakers of the zone. Kendall, Milena, and Roy. They used to be thick as thieves, but when the shit hit the fan, they lost trust in each other and became...
Enemies?
I was going to say competitors. Similar goal, different methods. And there's bad blood on top of everything. Kendall Lockwood is the leader of a group called Mutants. His sister, Dr. Milena, runs the scientists. And then there's Roy and his mercenaries. So, the plan is to meet with each Lockwood and figure out if they can be in any way helpful to your cause. Questions? Kendall is the beloved son of Harlan Lockwood. He was anointed to take over as CEO when the old man kicks the bucket. He was one of the patients. That's why the mutants trust him. Because he shares their fate.
Meaning what?
Meaning that he's always only several doses of reset away from turning into a mindless monster. And so are the other mutants.
Chernobylite poisoning.
You catch on very fast. I like that. I have neither time nor patience for knuckleheads. Anyway, Kendall is predominantly interested in the welfare of other mutants. Keep that in mind. Originally, Roy was in charge of the security detail. He hired a bunch of cutthroats to protect his daddy's business. When the zone was sealed off by the dome, these guys became the first line of defense.
Against the brutes?
Brutes, journo hosts, and other entities that started to breed like cockroaches in a dirty closet. That's all what Roy cares for anyway. He thinks that killing everything that looks funny to him will solve our problem.
When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail, right?
Roy's a decent guy, but he's also dangerously short-sighted. Watch out for that. When I told him about you, he was excited, like a little kid about to get a new toy. No idea why. Still, try to use that to your advantage. Milena is the smartest in the family. She was at the forefront of researching the Chernobylite-based medicine.
Was? She dropped the medical research?
Well, let's just say her focus shifted away after we all got trapped. Her lab monkeys, a group of world-class specialists recruited by the Lockwoods, is now almost entirely focused on studying the dome.
So Dr. Lockwood abandoned her patients. So much for the Hippocratic Oath.
She just figured that her resources are better spent elsewhere. I don't think this decision came easily for her. I'll be frank, Milena's not the easiest person to deal with, but her involvement might be crucial. So do what you can to win her over. It's entirely up to you. The Lockwood siblings are aware of your presence in the zone, and agreed to meet with you at some stage. Mutants are very cautious. You can't just waltz into their camp. You need someone to vouch for you at the front gate. Kendall assured me that a guide will be waiting for you in the nearby complex of abandoned warehouses. They will assist you in getting inside the Moscowite complex, where the mutants reside.
Speaking of mutants, is there a chance that I will contract this Chernobylite poisoning over there?
What? No. This is not some goddamn seasonal flu. Kendall makes sure that everyone gets their required portion of reset. So, this is not likely. I suggest you get on with it without delay. Time is of the essence, Planewalker. I'll be watching your progress with great interest.